and welcome to the Green Woman Tarot. This is a weekly reading for you for the 4th week of July, and that's the 20th to the 26th of July, and it's just to see what's on the cards for you at about this time. But before we dive into the tarot deck, I need to consult the oracle. So we'll do like we did last week, a quick 3-card oracle spread to see what words of wisdom the mysterious oracle has for you, Leo, for the 3rd week of July. Let's see what messages there are for Leo for the 3rd week of July 2020. What messages are there for Leo for the 3rd week of July 2020? What messages are there for Leo for the 3rd week of July 2020? Let's just see what we have. I'll take that pile actually. And I'll pick you 3 cards. Take that one. There we go. And let's see what you get. You have, oh, the deck is upside down. You have Clarity with the Sea Moonflower and Night Phlox, Affinity, and Evening Primrose with Acceptance. Right, there you go. Beautiful cards there. Clarity. Perhaps clarity after a period of indecision or obscurity. And there you have the Night Phlox with Affinity. And that needn't be affinity between 2 people, but it could be an affinity with a place or a type of work or hobby. And then you've got Acceptance with the Evening Primrose. Right, so I'll put these here and we'll see how they fit in with the rest of your reading. And we'll use the Bonefire Tarot. And let's see what's on the cards for Leo for the 4th week of July 2020. What messages are there for Leo for the 4th week of July 2020? What messages are there for Leo for the 4th week of July 2020? And one last little shuffle. Oops. Let's see what you got. You've got the Fool, the 7 of Swords, and the Wheel of Fortune. Right. So there's a new beginning. And here's, you know, straight away the Clarity card that came out first makes me think that may link in with the 7 of Swords, where there may be some deception, something not as it seems. So there's a new beginning, a change of fortune. You may feel a shift in energies, and there is this 7 of Swords indicating perhaps a need for doing things on a slightly different way, or perhaps even something that may well have consequences. But we'll put some more cards out and get some more clarification on that. Let's see, you've got the 8 of Coins, the Queen of Wands and the Page of Cups, bringing you to where you are. So those are your surrounding influences and what's brought you here. Your challenges are the Six of Coins and the Devil and the Nine of Cups. And your advice from Spirit is the Three of Coins, the Nine of Coins, and the High Priestess. And then your outcome cards are the Chariot, the Nine of Swords, and the Hermit. Oh, you got the Eight of Wands at the bottom of the deck. Right, so as I said, there seems that you are on the verge of beginning a new phase or starting a new venture with a sense of trust that things will work out just automatically, but with serendipity. And as I say, that sort of quest, that idea to begin something new may well have been brought about or be connected to a sense of change of energies around you, bit of fortune coming your way, things changing for the better. You have been working really, really hard, focused on something, building something up with diligent hard work and a strong creative drive, egging you along. The Queen of Wands, the energy from the Queen of Wands is fiery, passionate, very creative and intuitive. And it seems that, you've had an idea, an inspiration almost, a concept, something you want to put into fruition, to bring, I should say, into fruition, something that inspired you and sort of made you feel you could really take off with it. Something that may be a little unusual in some ways. That's the sense I'm getting when I'm looking at all the cards together today. But certainly something you were willing to work for, that you are willing to work for and put a lot of effort into, because you feel inspired by it and very drawn to follow that idea. But your challenge in following it is a worry of having enough resources. There's a sense here in the Six of Coins and of never having quite enough, of having enough for the bare essentials but not having enough over, and you really want to be able to have a bit of extra to splurge with to enjoy things. But this is the trouble, if you sort of get too materialistic, if you get too drawn into the surrounding yourself with the finer things in life, you can find that you may well end up trapped in a career or situation where you feel is an illusionary drain of your energy and resources, something that seems wonderful, that's very alluring, but may well end in you being chained in a bad, trapped in a bad position, and spiraling out of control. Yeah, that's, to me, I get the sense that the challenge is that to recognize that this idea that you want to embark upon, this creative endeavor, is something that can really bring you this sense of achievement and joy and pride in your work, rather than something that never quite brings in enough for you to enjoy the fruits of your labor, to have comfort and good things around you. But then again, you know, as with the Devil card in this particular spread, that the way I'm seeing it today, that, you know, it's very alluring to want to live the good life, but it's more important to have contentment and happiness at what you've achieved, rather than just surrounding yourself with an excess of material comfort. Okay, so there may be, you may be deluding yourself, and I think that's why you have the Seven of Swords here, and there's the worry. Are you deluding yourself that into following a creative endeavor, a creative path? Are you deluding yourself into assuming that it's going to be all rainbows and unicorns, and it's going to bring you a great sense of achievement and a great sense of abundance? Or is it you're just going to get trapped in a dead end way of life where, you know, what comes in to the coffers just as quickly falls out, just to maintain the daily grind, and that could bring a sense of staleness and a sense of being that self-entrapment. So that's why I see now why you have the Seven of Swords in between this great new adventure and this change of luck, this change of fortune, and feeling that things are really shifting. There's that big question: are you deluding yourself? Are you lying to yourself? And that's what you're wanting, clarity. Is this what I need to go for? So let's see if we can give you some. Well, High Priestess, sometimes she gets on my wick a bit, you know, with her message. The answers lie within. Well, yes, certainly they may do. But let's explore her a little later. Let's first look at this. Your advice cards. Keep working. If you want to follow this dream, put all your energy into it. Do the mundane, basic things you have to do in order to progress it. Keep working on it. Stay focused. Let it develop. And it does have a potential to bring you an abundance of security and comfort. And yes, by that I mean, you know, living within comfortable means. You have to choose your options wisely. You have to work diligently and consistently at it. It's no easy project that you want to be taking on. But, you know, if you're willing to put in the practical work and the hours and the energy and the dedication, then it may well be rewarding to you, rewarding for you. So you have the High Priestess as well, and I'm thinking, I think it's just what you're worrying about, the doubts will come to you. The answer will be revealed in time. You did even get the Hermit. You may need to do some degree of contemplation and soul searching, but yeah, she does say today, yes, the answers do lie within. You know within your heart whether the risk of your dream, your challenge, your desire, your project, your goal, whether it's love, work, or a creative thing on the side, you know within your heart whether it's worth actually taking the risk as to whether it's a delusional fantasy that it could bring you great wealth. Perhaps, you know, you may well find within the answers actually doesn't matter whether it brings you great rewards or not. Perhaps what matters is actually having enough to get by. We don't all have to live the dream, and the main rewards is contentment and joy at what you do, an affiliation with what you do, an affinity, doing what really stirs your blood, doing what really makes you happy on an emotional and spiritual level, and something that certainly makes you proud of what you do. It's more important than the actual degree of accumulated wealth. And I think that's what the High Priestess is urging you to think about. Seeing this whole journey, this whole idea on a spiritual level, rather than how much wealth and material stability can it bring me? Can it fulfill me on an emotional and spiritual level? So yes, clarity is available to you via a bit of soul searching. Clarity will come from within. And you need to just assure yourself whether or not you want to follow a path that you have a great affinity for, because it may not bring huge rewards, but it will certainly bring security, and it will definitely bring pride and self-satisfaction. And you know, I think it's a wonderful thing to have joy and enjoyment in what you do for a living. This does certainly seem to be more of a worky spread than an relationship spread. But as I say, it's general, and you just take from it what works for you, what you feel resonates. So your outcome card there, you know, becoming more in line with your spirituality, becoming wiser through contemplation, and perhaps leaving behind a bit of a rat race for some of you. Knowing your place in your circles, in your society, within your family, and not beating yourself up about how well you are doing on a material level, learning to accept the pros with the cons in the lifestyle of your choice. And certainly the Chariot shows you may well have great success in that. Chariot is a success card, sort of implying that you may well be moving forward with drive and purpose, and, you know, universe has your back. It seems like, you know, your choice, if it's a sincere, honest choice to move within a field that you have a great affinity for, it will be blessed, and you'll be able to move it forward. There will be days of worry and stress, but underlining that you will have the wisdom to deal with that. This path may well take you towards more personal growth, rather than a great sense of accomplishment. And, you know, you've got the Eight of Wands, which is energy. The energy of the Eight of Wands sort of urges you to drive forward, to take that leap of faith. Go with it, because It may well be something that is successful, but certainly rewarding on a spiritual level for you. So Leo, that is your reading for the 3rd week of July. I hope that it resonated with you, and if you enjoyed it, please remember to hit the like button, and God bless you until we meet again. Have a good week.